Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled among rolling hills, there lived a humble farmer named Samuel. Samuel had a small cottage and a piece of land where he grew his crops. Though he had little in the way of material wealth, Samuel's heart was always full of joy. He woke up each morning with a smile, eager to embrace the day. Next to Samuel's modest home stood a grand mansion, owned by a wealthy merchant named Mr. Harlow. Mr. Harlow had everything money could buy: a grand house, the finest clothes, and an abundance of servants. Yet, despite all his riches, Mr. Harlow was often seen with a frown on his face, burdened by the weight of his possessions and responsibilities. One day, as Samuel was tending to his garden, Mr. Harlow approached him. "Samuel," Mr. Harlow said, "I see you working every day with a smile on your face. Tell me, what is your secret to happiness? I have all the riches one could desire, yet I feel empty inside." Samuel smiled warmly. "Mr. Harlow, true happiness does not come from wealth or possessions. It comes from within. I find joy in the simple things, the beauty of nature, the love of family, and the satisfaction of a hard day's work." Samuel paused, then continued, "You see, Mr. Harlow, happiness is a state of mind. It's about appreciating what you have and finding contentment in your daily life." Mr. Harlow returned to his mansion, pondering Samuel's words. He realized that despite his wealth, he had neglected the simple pleasures in life. He had been so focused on accumulating riches that he had forgotten to enjoy the moments that truly mattered. He decided to make a change. Mr. Harlow began to spend more time outside, tending a small garden, playing with the village children, and sharing meals with his neighbors. He found joy in the connections he made and the simple acts of kindness. He discovered the beauty in the everyday moments he had previously overlooked. One evening, Mr. Harlow visited Samuel at his cottage. They sat by the fire, sharing stories and laughter. Mr. Harlow felt a warmth and contentment he had never experienced before. "Samuel," he said, "I never realized how fulfilling life could be without the constant chase for more. Thank you for showing me the way." Over time, Mr. Harlow's frown turned into a smile. He discovered that true wealth was not in his grand possessions, but in a content mind and a happy heart. He thanked Samuel for teaching him that happiness comes from within, not from external riches. They began working together in the garden, planting seeds not only in the soil but also in their hearts. Word of Mr. Harlow's transformation spread throughout the village. People were inspired by his newfound happiness and began to focus on their own inner contentment. The village grew closer, with more community gatherings and shared moments of joy. Samuel and Mr. Harlow often led these gatherings, reminding everyone of the true source of happiness. And so, Mr. Harlow learned that the greatest treasures are not found in gold or jewels, but in the contentment of a peaceful mind and the warmth of human connections. True wealth is a content mind, and happiness truly comes from within. The village thrived on this newfound wisdom, and everyone lived with more joy and peace. Remember, dear friends, no amount of material wealth can bring you the happiness that comes from within. Cherish the simple joys, nurture your relationships, and find contentment in the present moment. For in these, you will find true wealth and lasting happiness.